15 cm schweres Infanteriegeschoss 33 15 cm SIG 33, German, 15 cm schweres Infanteriegeschoss 33 to 15 cm heavy infantry gun model 33, was a 150 mm German heavy infantry weapon from the World War II era. It was adopted into service in 1933 and was used in various modifications until the end of the war. At the design bureau of the firm Rheinmetall, a 150 mm infantry gun was being developed. For several years, this system could not gain the trust of the military, who considered it too heavy for the regimental level. The system could have faded into obscurity if it were not for a Soviet order. On August 28, 1930, a contract was signed with the firm Butast, a front company, for the supply of 8 152 mm mortars, as these weapons were classified in the USSR, and assistance in establishing licensed production. The recognition received by the heavy infantry gun abroad prompted the German military political leadership to adopt it into service. The production cost of the gun was 20,450 Rm. Organizationally, the SIG 33 was part of the regimental artillery, with 2 units per infantry regiment according to the establishment. Its aimed range with the maximum charge was 4,700 meters, which was quite sufficient. A disadvantage of this weapon was its relatively large weight for use at the regimental level, and only the decent motorization of the Wehrmacht significantly reduced the impact of this drawback. However, the SIG 33 was transported by horse traction in the infantry divisions. Changes to the design in 1936 eventually led to the emergence of the SIG 33 OSF. The SIG 33 OSF was quite heavy, and in 1938 it was modernized using light alloys in the carriage. This saved about 150 kilograms, but the onset of the war forced a return to modification. Starting in early 1941, experimental design work was carried out at Rheinmetall to reduce the weight of the weapon. It has pronounced howitzer properties. It had a wide range of ammunition, including cumulative, smoke shells, and a powerful overcaliber mine. The destructive power of the fragmentation high-explosive shell far exceeded that of the 120 mm regimental mortar mine, while falling significantly short in rate of fire and greatly surpassing it in weight, with batteries of which were in service with the rifle regiments of the Red Army at the beginning of the war. Separate loading shell. The breech is a horizontal wedge. The weapon's carriage is box-shaped, with a single beam. There was no spring suspension or torsion suspension, for mechanical traction. The wheels of the carriage were made of steel or aluminum cast with iron tires and rubber bands. A team of 6 horses was required for horse-drawn transport. A variant with suspension and rubber bands allowed towing the weapon with mechanical traction at a speed of 30 to 35 km per hour. The weapon had shield protection. Version A had aluminum cast wheels with iron rims, for mechanized towing with rubber tires, for horse towing without them. The carriage had torsion suspension. In the traveling position, the version for mechanized traction weighed 1825 kilograms, while the version for horse traction weighed 1,700 kilograms. In the towing variant with a mechanical drag, the towing speed was 30 to 35 kilometers per hour. Consequently, the mobility of the artillery units equipped with such systems left much to be desired. Motorized units needed self-propelled vehicles capable of carrying such guns. In the German infantry and motorized division regiments, there was a company of light infantry guns consisting of 6 LA.IG.18 and 2 heavy infantry guns S.IG.33. Additionally, 2 light infantry guns were allocated per the division's reconnaissance battalion's establishment. In 1943, some infantry gun companies replaced 2 150 mm and 6 75 mm infantry guns with 12 81 mm and 4 120 mm mortars. Although the company's salvo decreased from 112 to 104 kilograms, the minute's salvo nearly doubled. In total, the infantry division had 20 light and 6 heavy infantry guns. The motorized division, due to the smaller number of regiments, had 14 and 4 respectively. In the regiments of the People's Militia Infantry Divisions, reduced-strength infantry divisions formed in 1944 to 1945 under the guidance of NSDAP officials, the infantry gun company had 8 120 mm mortars and 4 light infantry guns. One SIG 33 gun was replaced by 2 Granatwurf for 42 mortars. The advantage of the 120 mm mortar was its greater range and significantly lower cost, the German mortar 12 cm GRW.42 cost 1200 Reichsmarks, which is 17 times cheaper than the sIG 33.